Alright, I've got some serious business to talk about, alright? This is related to my people, alright? So, as you can tell, the world right now as we speak is not hot. It is not a hot world. It is just not. Like, you have to know when to be real. And this is one thing I know that real brothers have been able to acknowledge from the beginning days. When something isn't right, what we usually do, especially as black people, is we stand up and we form a unity for the cause and for the situation. I am so confused why we have now gone from Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, James Baldwin, noble black leaders who literally gave their lives to make sure that us black people would be equipped for dealing with corporal North America, right? Tell me one thing. Why are we the only people who do not support our own kind when they climb it out? I swear to you, I need to know. Why are we the only people who are still beefing with each other, you know, doing all these nonsense things to each other? I don't get it. One brother tries to make it out, his whole family will hate on him. His whole friends will hate on him, right? I don't get it. This is a problem that we have faced since the beginning of our revolution. We just don't know how to evolve or change. That's your brother. That's your mama. That rapper you're shooting, you could be getting money with him. The one you're dissing, you could be doing business with him. You let your tiny ego get in the way of what would be arguably the best connection and the best opportunity to make business, and not only business, but to even just create a new wave, a new opportunity for young brothers themselves to make it out too. Why is it when black people make it, we don't bring each other out? Why do we just immediately become whitewashed or become brainwashed by money? I don't get it. I don't get it. And it is painful that we beg so much to make it out. And when we make it out of the slumps, we don't bring each other up. We don't bring our families up. We don't form unity. We don't give money back to our own community. It hurts because I know there are good people out there, and like I said, there are leaders who literally, whether you know it or not, and believe me, I've read about it and I know it. Once upon a time, they had to suffer dogs, hoses, police, jail, just to even be considered as part of the human race. They sacrificed their sweat, their blood, their tears. And here you are, right? Let's say you're a rapper, you made it out. Let's say you're an NBA player, you made it out. You've been given money. You've been given a platform. You've been given a voice. And for some odd reason, you don't feel that the least you can do, putting money to the side, the least you could do is return some form of appreciation to the black people who are on welfare checks, who are hustling through the system, whatever the situation is, who are taking time out of their day to support you, who are earning you money on TV, who are giving you follows on Instagram, who are giving you endorsements, who are supporting you, who are buying your jerseys, buying your shoes. You don't ever think, not even to just visit that community. But I know black people, trust me, I know exactly what we'll do. We'll get a little taste of white power. And then we'll go for the white people, trying to impress them. And then the white people, as intelligent as they are, they program us and maneuver us to go against each other. Because let me tell you something right now, alright? I'm just gonna be real with you. You gotta believe me more than anyone else. There is no such thing as racial unity. It just hasn't happened. Right? If you think it's happened right now, you are brainwashed. If you think it has gotten better, you are truly more brainwashed than ever. One NBA star makes it, one rapper makes it, and you're telling me, oh, that should just compensate for the thousands, if not millions, of families who have still been affected by the civil rights movement, by every form of oppression that you can list that has occurred in North America. You are out of your mind if you think somebody wearing an NBA jersey is a black sign of success. We don't even have our own businesses. We don't even have our own well-funded communities. Our communities are funded by white people. How can you tell us we've made it out? So tell me something right now, because this is gonna get real serious. Never mind the public, never mind the people who make it, and credits to them who make it. I know how tough it is for brothers to get out of the system. Our own family, bruv. Our own family. Family don't even support their own kin, their own people. I don't get it. Why? How is that possible? Are you kidding me? You watch this person grow up. That's your mom, right? That's your dad that I'm talking about. I'm being for real. These people don't support you. On rare occasions, do you ever find a situation where it's like, damn, this guy supports me, or I'm gonna actually learn from the hustle. Your family's in competition with you, all right? It just doesn't make sense how we're the only people with these problems. It's awful. Let me tell you something, just in case you think I'm speaking nonsense. If you go to court, your family will not fight for you. They will not testify for you. They are not paying for your lawyers. And if you don't believe me, walk into a US county jail and ask the inmates there, who are predominantly black, ask them who is helping them with the justice system. Their families just sit there and watch. There is no fight. There is no fight left in the black community. Our black dignity has been stripped, and it's awful. It's gross. Black people just don't support each other. Black people are in such a rush to be white. It's like Stockholm syndrome. You loved your oppressor so much, and you don't know how many times, all right? Every time I've heard a story of a brother being betrayed, he's betrayed by his own people. Malcolm X was betrayed by his own people. All these rappers you see getting killed, they're killed by their own people. And I don't mean to make it this bad, but my point is, you cannot put yourself in a position where you feel like we have made it so far when we are actually worse off than we have ever been in a life. So I bring this issue up because I understand there are people out there who are trying to solve this problem, right? Who are trying to bring community. But then you also have these brainwashed imbeciles who sadly, although they share our skin, they don't work for us. They're like undercover agents for the white people. They're tearing black people in from the inside. Those are the worst types of people because they come disguised as one of us. And so sadly, when one of us tries to pull the others out, this brainwashed puppet who has insiders to the white community seeks white integration, seeks just white status, feels like anything the black man does should be punished. And he, whether he's aware of it or not, is just losing his mind. It hurts me to see how many people are in a position right now of just working against their own kind. The amount of money we spend on all these musics, like who the heck, I can't name you the single time, the last time I saw a concert, right? Like a musician. You don't see black people there. I don't see a single brother there. All I see is white people. It's the white people supporting them. Us black people have completely abandoned our own kind, our own will, our own promise. It is seriously concerning that this doesn't exist. I have never seen it anywhere else, right? And it starts at home. I'm just wondering why you have the small population of middle-class black people who claim that they are doing something for the black community, but all your money goes to the white man. All your money is going to white America. You are not putting a single dollar back into the projects or the hood or any black-related cause. Matter of fact, when a black-related cause comes out, you either remain silent or you fight against that brother. So tell me, what justice are you doing in that case? You tell me right now. You don't want to know the amount of people I have seen who could have just used a simple hand. But I know how black people work, right? You go to a white school, you get a white degree, you get some white money, and then you start treating yourself like the white man. You forget all about the cause that brought you up. You forget all about the people who supported you, the people who hustled for you, the people who protected you. That's a shame. I don't even want to consider these people black, but like I said, the problem is they wear our skin and they carry our DNA. And they're still out here making a mess in the black community, right? And these people come disguised as lawyers, as doctors. They ain't lawyers or doctors for nothing. If they were lawyers or doctors, they'd be teaching black people importance about health and necessary eating for food that will actually nourish us to do what we have been called here to do. And I'm saying these things because, listen, I love nothing much, nothing more, nothing less. But if you're talking about one thing I love, it's my own people. I won't get a check and then just completely abandon the people who helped me bring me or take me up there. You don't never. Why don't you ever take a look? Look at all the black people you see who have money. What do you see on them? You tell me right now. If you could tell me right now, I could tell you right now what we see, okay? You see them carrying a white voice. You see them hating on other black people. Literally tearing them down from the inside. Snitching on them, reporting them to the police. Back in the day, I'm telling you right now, if you saw how the civil rights movement works, you would actually find it crazy to realize that there are black families. There are black families and black so-called leaders who are encouraging that black people call the police on other black people rather than get together as brothers, commune, and solve the problem accordingly. Are you out of your mind? You sell out to a hell about nonsense rut. Can you actually believe that? You won't understand how deep this problem is unless you've seen it personally, like I have. But the amount of times I've had to deal with personal situations, and I don't want to call anyone out. I really don't. But at the same time, this is ridiculous, right? We know this system is not built for black people. You cannot equate the black experience with the white experience. You can't say, oh, because this white person doesn't experience it, that the black people shouldn't experience it too. And when I say white people, I'm gonna put it out straight out there. There are black-skinned people with a white head. They have completely bleached their entire black identity because they're ashamed to be black. They believe everything America ever told them about being black, and they have no interest in even bringing back a community or a cause or a purpose for their own people. So let me tell you something, what we do with these people. I just want you to be aware that there's a difference between a black person and a black puppet. A black person will stand up for the black community at all costs. A black person will give his all for his family, for everybody. No matter what anybody says against his family, he will not use it against them. But us black folks, let me tell you something. Due to this problem, we sell out our own kind. We sell out our own kind. And that is where the problem lies. We never ever learn how to get together, form a civilized community. And let me tell you something right now. There's a group of so-called black leaders, all right? These are like middle-class earning black people living in white areas and white societies. Not once will you ever see them giving back to the hood. Not once will you ever see them even being in tune with the current present practices or circumstances that are facing our people. You only see them show up when the white person has a smile on his face and is about to give him a biscuit like the dog he is. And that is the truth. That is the truth. They are the dogs. They don't belong to us. They will never ever see the light of day in their own skin, because they've already conditioned their mind to talk white, to think white, to behave white, which isn't a problem for me. My problem comes when these people turn on their own community, turn the back on their own community. It leaves a bad image on those who are actually trying to put a name for black people. Because if you don't know, and I'm sure you know by now, black people are facing nothing but the impact of what happens to a society when you, or when a group of people as a collective decide to exclude them from the human race, when they deny them civil treatment, whether that's stalking, harassment, racial slurs. These leaders don't address those problems. These leaders hear about those problems and they're like, nope, he's not one of us. No, not this, not us good folks who are simply just earning our living. I'd be fine if you were just earning a living. But sadly, you speak as if you speak for the black community, and you have not done a damn thing for any black brothers who are out there stuck in the system, who are stuck trying to figure out how are they gonna feed their kids or how are they gonna feed their mom, right? That's your problem at the end of the day. That's your problem, that you decided to use being quote unquote black as a kind of avenue to gain some sort of leverage to be nothing but a pet in the white boys community. So let me tell you what you need to do, right? Because as black people, like I said, we for some reason, unless we conform to white America, we don't stand a chance. That's what we've been taught. I'm telling you, if you don't know yourself, you don't stand a chance, alright? The only time you want to conform is when you give up. And trust me, if Malcolm X gave up on us, we would not even be sitting here with rights to technology, with rights to life, with rights to anything, right? So, nothing comes from giving up. You gotta learn when to fight. And that's the one thing our leaders have failed us to do. When we fight, they snitch. When we fight, they tell the cops, they tell the police, they inform the white community, and they say this black person is a danger, right? Those white brainwashed lawyers, those white brainwashed sheep, they do not have any sort of interest for anybody. And I promise you, anybody but themselves and for their master. They are the worst. I have lost my count just trying to even consider how many times you don't even think about these people. They just show up. So, I'm gonna give you some insiders. These people are ashamed, right? And I know white people are intelligent enough to know when a black person doesn't know who he is and is trying to squeeze in because he's insecure. I know white people are intelligent enough. My point is that black people need to know this too, right? You need to be very cautious when dealing with these black puppets, right? Because these black puppets will come to you with nothing but a smile on their face like the white man. They use being black as kind of like a token. It's like a token for them. It's nothing special as far as they're concerned, but a token that hopefully the white man will show him some gratitude and maybe even give him some crumbs of his pie at a dinner table. But this man always goes home like anybody else. He faces problems like anybody else, and he's from a community that's still struggling and refuses, unlike everybody else, refuses to give appropriately to the cause. And it hurts us as like a rippling effect. It doesn't ever. It's not a good look. Because those black people who have remained real, who have protected us, who raise our kids, right? Who actually do their best. Defeat, just like the title says.